If you're in academia, you have the power to work effectively and feel like you're more in charge of yourself. How do you access that power? A key way is by making it a priority on a regular basis to settle in before you move into your work. So this week in the academic writer space, our theme for the week is all about settling in, dropping down inside ourselves, checking in with ourselves, noticing how we're doing, quieting ourselves, helping ourselves stabilize so that when we move into our work, our ability to be effective, to be precise, to be deliberate, to be calm, to make thoughtful choices is much greater because we moved in a more settled rather than in a rattled state. So here are 4 things for you to think about to support yourself to settle in. Number 1, you have to actually be aware of the version of you who showed up to work. Where are you on the continuum of being completely rattled and unsettled to being very calm, settled, stabilized, and serene? You can't make a shift if you don't recognize that you're not settled in the first place. So make it a habit to check in with yourself. How am I doing? Do I feel settled in enough to move into my work? If not, take a moment, take a little time to calm and center yourself as much as possible before you move into your work. Number 2, settle incrementally and frequently. So it's not possible to go from a really dysregulated state to all of a sudden being peaceful and calm. And it is possible to go from whatever state you're in to just a little tiny bit better. Can I help myself feel just a little bit more settled, a little bit of relief? Can I take a few deep breaths, maybe do some stretching on my yoga mat to help me feel like I have more space in my body? When I'm really rattled, what I often do is I start by asking myself this question: am I safe from imminent danger? Yes, actually I'm safe from imminent danger. And that brings me a little bit of relief in my body. And then I can continue from there. Do I care about what I'm doing? Oh yeah, that feels good. I do care about what I'm doing. Okay, well, what do I need to be able to move into work? And so I'm just moving incrementally in the intention of settling myself. Also, settle frequently. Settle yourself all the time. We actually need far more comforting, far more stabilizing and settling than we realize. And sometimes you're going to go through a pocket of life where you need an enormous amount of comforting and settling. When you begin to settle all the time, you start to realize that settling in, calming yourself, stabilizing yourself, that's not separate from your work. It's part of work. It's something that we do ongoingly, and it actually can be preventative in that it will help us avoid getting really, really worked up because we're always soothing and settling and calming the system down. Number 3, pay attention to your physical and digital environment and whether they activate or overactivate your system or working in that environment is actually settling for you. If you can't find things, if there's chaos and a mess, that is actually something that will activate your nervous system and make it hard to work in a more stabilized way. So the time that you take to set up your digital and physical environment so that it is easier for you to move through and find things and take action, the easier it is going to be to move through your day in a more settled way. Number 4, co-regulate. Sometimes we're in a state where we're dysregulated in a way where settling in by ourselves just isn't possible. And we actually need to borrow other people's nervous systems. We need to be able to be felt, to have other people understand us, and to be around people who are more regulated than we are. So look for people in your life where you feel like they're willing to hear you, feel you, that you can rest in their energy. It is going to be a great week. I'm so looking forward to exploring this theme with all of you in our community. I believe that learning to settle in can make an enormous difference, not only in your ability to be productive and reach your goals, but also in your physical, emotional, and relational well-being in your life. If you've never tried co-working with us, you can sign up for a free week of membership. There isn't a singular Zoom link. You actually sign up for a free week. You don't have to put down a credit card. And then you actually book your sessions in an online booking system, and you can attend as many sessions as you like. We have 24 every week in your free week. And I'll be so happy to see you on Zoom. To all of you in our community, we are really looking forward to supporting you in settling in this week. See you on Zoom.